Hello, my name's Tom, you're watching I Like Motorbikes, and welcome back to Project R1. How to make money buying and selling motorbikes. Roll intro. So we just quickly cast our minds back. Previously, I'd washed the bike, couldn't get it started, it wanted to crank but wouldn't fire. So I went in and checked some of the things on the Diagnostics menu. Three things that came up were crank sensor, the speed sensor, and a fault on ignition coil number 1. I've heard that it could be the power commander that's upsetting things. So yeah, we'll try that, rule that out. If not, I don't know, we'll figure it out on the fly. Do you know what? I stupidly can't remember which way around the connectors were. I think it's that way around. Okay. Number 1. Plug that back on the airbox. Cool. Let's try and start it up and see what happens. Yeah, that is frustrating. Back to the drawing board, which I don't have, metaphorical. What I'm going to do is unplug that, what do we call it? Power commander. Now this is pro techniques. I wouldn't be showing you this if it wasn't the professional, approved way to do things. And if I somehow undo these, he says, while not being able to see, freaking hell do they come undone? If you don't make noises while working on bikes, are you really working on bikes? Oh, I've cut myself. This bike keeps bloody hurting me. So it's this plug here. It's now back in on itself, so it's just the bike. Should have bypassed the power commander. And we'll be able to see, hopefully, if that makes any flipping difference. Yeah, battery's a bit goosed. And positive. And negative. Right, so the check engine light is still showing. It keeps flicking between 11 and 17 on the dash. So I really need to go away and work out what the bloody hell that means. Last time I was working on this bike, I didn't have a clear plan about what I was going to do and how I was going to do it, and I was just getting a bit flustered. Didn't really make any progress, so I had to go away and do a load more research once again. I've got a bit more of a plan this time, and as you can see, I've taken off the fairing, I've taken off the tank. So the plan is, we're going to take the airbox off, because there should be some kind of wiring, or there's possibly more to know just above the camshaft. There's pieces of wiring and so on that could have had a little break in them, and that's what's stopping it from running. Let's get into it, take all this apart, and see what we find. One of the things that I'm trying to look for is there's all this wiring that's really close to the fan assemblies, and there have been reports where the fan has actually cut through the wire and then stops bikes from starting or thrown error codes on the dash. That's kind of one of the things I'm looking out for. I can't actually see what I'm doing up here, so I'm going to try and get the radiator off, drop that out of the way and see if I can see the top of the head from that direction. Again, don't really know what I'm going to find, just trying to get in there. Another sign that this bike isn't that well looked after. Once again, we've got different size bolts, or different bolts entirely. One's an Allen head and one's a 10mm normal bolt head. Ooh! Ooh! This here is the wire for the camshaft position sensor, which is one of the errors that I was getting on the dash, I think. And if you look, all the outer cabling is cut up and one of the wires is slightly bare. It's a good thing because at least we found a problem. It's a bad thing because now I've got to fix it. And that costs money. We'll see. Right, let's get it properly out. If, like me, you're pretty pathetic and cold old floors hurt your old knees, get yourself a little mat, put it under your knees, be kind to yourself, love yourself. That's what you should do. You deserve it. Do it. You deserve it. I really hope this bolt just isn't getting to the point it's about to twist and snap. I really hope that doesn't happen. I'd be very unhappy. Oh, she's not gonna snap. I don't think so. She's just coming out normally. Right, we now have one camshaft sensor out and free. Then here, we've got a couple of damaged cables, look. Oh, a real fault. I didn't notice that at first. No, yeah. Oh no! Why is it not a plug? So whilst I thought my problem was these couple of cuts in the wires here, what I didn't realise is actually this here is the joint for pulling this plug apart. This side is supposed to come away so I can replace the camshaft sensor, and this part is supposed to stay on the loom. And it isn't. It's been ground down, it's been hacked about, I don't really know what's going on. So I'm going to end up having to probably put in a new connector or rewire it or solder it or something along those lines, because until I can sort this problem out, I don't know if the engine's any good and I can't put any more time into anything else. Cheap bikes, eh? Who'd have them? Now, this isn't the case for you, but it is the case for us. It's been 2 weeks since you last saw this, or it has been 2 weeks, you don't know that, it's probably been a couple seconds. I don't know what the editor's going to do. Anyway, it's been 2 weeks since I found this issue with the chopped up cam position sensor plug. And I have here a replacement. A hole, get this, to fix that. Hold on. £4.99. Yes, £4.99 for a plug. So I'm going to take this one apart, have a little look, because I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't know if you figured that out yet or not, but I don't. And see what's in there and see how to fix it. Also, the wires that are chopped up, should we say, for want of a better phrase, they're looking a bit second best. I'm not going to do anything with those apart from chuck a little bit of tape on, and I know that's not the proper fix, but as you'll have learnt by now, I'm not willing to spend money on this bike until I figure out what the actual problem is, because if this doesn't fix it, then I don't want to have spent a load of money and time fixing this properly and spending 50, 60 quid on a sensor to still not fix the problem. That's the plan. We'll give it a whirl. Still got the same code on the dash. Oh yes! Yes! I cannot explain how happy that makes me. Oh, it's incredible. Yes! Yes! Right, now that we know it starts, I'm happy to spend money on it. So we'll change the oil, the filter, probably drain the coolant, fix that cam position sensor properly because we haven't done a proper job right now. I mean, of course we've done a proper job, we have. I'd like to sort out the chain and sprockets, make sure that's all safe, change the tyres at some point. There's a little rubber that's meant to sit here that doesn't for the air inlet. There's loads of bits. But yeah, now that it actually starts and runs, don't mind spending the money. Yes! Well, you've just seen how happy this bike has made me because it started and ran, all because of that cam position sensor. So to give a roundup of the total spend so far is, I think previously was £831.99. We've just spent another £4.99 on that connector for the cam position sensor, which brings us to a total of £836.98. So we're still on target for the idea of buying a cheap bike and selling it on to make money. Something that one of the commenters or viewers said about of the last video was, how much time have I spent on this? It's a little bit hard to quantify because I haven't actually kept track, and also in the first video I was filming myself a lot, so there was a lot of time spent setting up shots and so on and so forth, so it wasn't quite so straightforward, so it's a bit hard to gauge. But I think to go and collect the bike was about 2 hours. The first bit of the video was 2 to 3 hours maybe, here. 2 to 3 hours for cleaning it and doing all those few jobs that I did at the beginning. And to make this video, I reckon I spent another 2 or 3 hours total, because a lot of that's messing about. But like I say, I don't really know, so that's a bit of a rough idea. I'll try and make better notes in future to give you a more direct idea. But I can't remember what I've just said here and how much that adds up to, so the editor is going to put the total there, or here. One of those two. Anyway, he'll total it up. It's not been a massive amount of time. So now I'm quite happy to go and invest money in this bike, because I know the most expensive bit, the engine, starts, it runs, it sounds bloody brilliant. Join me next time where we're going to change the oil and filter, probably change the coolant, maybe look at changing the chain and sprockets. There's loads to do. That's a little bit off the top of my head, but there'll certainly be more, I'm sure, and we can start to get it back to a position where we actually want to get this thing out on track. That's the aim. So if you've enjoyed this and you don't want to miss out on the next video, make sure you click subscribe. And if you've seen something that we've done wrong or something that you've liked about this video, leave a comment below. Thanks very much for watching. Ride safe. Well, if it went past the primary butterflies, then it's got to get past the secondary butterflies. If it went past all of that, then with any luck, I've dropped it down a valve inlet that's closed. If it's one that's open, then it's going to go in the engine and the head's got to come off. And then I'm breaking the bike for parts, because f*** that. The plug didn't come apart! The plug didn't come. Haters will say it's fake. Then we're going to video that going in the bin in a second. Put it under your knees, be kind to yourself, love yourself. That's what you should do, you deserve it, do it. You deserve it.